Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm going to tell you guys how I fixed my
self-inflicted acne.
I'm going to share the story of how I cleared my acne within a year, but also I'm going to show you guys my current skincare routine that helps treat breakouts and also prevent breakouts. So these are my credentials. I just put on makeup, but I also will insert a clip of what my skin looked like barefaced this morning. A little over a year ago, my skin was just starting to rebound, but oh boy, I will show you the photos. I just want to put out a disclaimer that this is my personal experience and I'm not a professional. Lord knows I'm not a professional, though I feel like it when it comes to my own skin because I just know what works now. So if any of the products that I mentioned do or don't work for you, everyone has their own experience. So just trust your skin, trust yourself. I really wanted to make this video because one, I wanted to share my experience, and two, I really wanted to share the frustration and insecurity that I felt and that I feel like a lot of people also feel. And I want you guys to know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I promise you, with time, with patience, with knowledge, like, it can get better. It will get better. Let's say this. I've dealt with every single skin condition that there is. I've had eczema, like not on my face, but on my body. I've had eczema. I've had dry patches. I've been so oily. I've had combination skin. I've had oily, dry skin. So I've dealt with everything. I've dealt with everything. With that, let's dive into my story. In spring of 2023, I took care of my skin, but like I didn't really know that much about like how I should be treating it, like what treatments I should be using, like if I should be washing it twice a day, that type of thing. Like I knew how my skin behaved, but at the same time, I didn't know what it needed. Here's a photo from spring of 2023. At this time, I was using like CeraVe Daily Moisturizer, which worked well for my skin. And then I think I was just using different gel. So my treatment options, they weren't vast, right? Like I wasn't using that much. Summer of 2023, I broke out. I used the Cetaphil like daily moisturizing lotion because I saw on TikTok that there was this app that helped you scan like how good and how clean an ingredients list is for a product. So I scanned my CeraVe and I was just like, oh man, ingredients list doesn't look good. So then I was like looking for an alternative option. So that was my
form of research.
I started using the Cetaphil lotion and within a week I broke out. I broke out horribly, stopped using it, and I went back to my normal moisturizer and like my normal routine. I was using different gel, but like nothing would help. Using that lotion just triggered something in my skin and it would never revert back. Confidence was at an all-time low. I felt so insecure. When I put makeup on, like, and I could see the texture through it, I just felt horrible. And I had been blessed up until that point in my life where like I didn't deal with like horrible acne. This was the first time like not having like decently clear skin and I felt really terrible. So
yeah.
I went to Korea with my sisters and my skin was not great. I went to Mexico and I was picking at my skin horribly. I would stare at the mirror like super close. I'd like zoom in. I'd go at my face with like a needle and tweezers and like one of those little like pore things. It was horrible. Pro tip, guys. When you are breaking out, the last thing that you should be doing is looking at a mirror super close and trying to pick at your face. I promise you, it's not worth it. You're gonna get scars that can go away, but you'll get scars. You'll end up with something that looks worse and you'll just regret it. Take advice from me. When I stopped looking at my skin so close in the mirror, I stopped picking at it and it was able to heal. Please just don't look that close. When in Korea, right? When in Korea, skincare and makeup is thrown in your face, and I knew I was going to Korea. So a month before, I was researching like crazy, like how to clear up your skin, like what types of acne exist, XYZ. Found out that I have comedogenic acne, just kind of like little capsules of oil that get stuck underneath your skin, and that's what makes it look so textured, right? So there's fungal acne and there's comedogenic acne, and I've never struggled with fungal acne, but what I did learn is that there is a website. There's a website. It's called acneclinicnyc.com, and what you can do is you can find the ingredients list of any makeup product, any skincare product. You can copy that and you can paste it into this website. It will tell you if there are any pore clogging ingredients in your skincare. It's literally life-changing. I was crazy, guys, and I still am. Like, I'm so traumatized from that point in my life where whenever I try out a new skincare ingredient, I always make sure to check the ingredients on that website and make sure that there aren't any pore clogging ingredients. With my research, I learned that I had comedogenic acne. There was a thing called double cleansing and like oil cleansing, which I do religiously now. Oil cleansing is basically just there to help remove makeup, oil, grime, and actually, if you massage it into your face long enough, those little like trapped oil capsules will actually like surface. It is really satisfying and also really gross. Another thing that I learned about during my research phase was that your skin barrier needs to really be in a good place in order for your skin to heal. And with my picking, like the physical exfoliants, the chemical exfoliants that I was just like constantly trying to put on my face, my skin barrier was so damaged. It wasn't horrible, but it was damaged, okay? With all of that in mind, I went to Korea and I bought skincare that you can get in the US, but I was just like, I need to get it in Korea. I brought it back and then I was on a new skincare routine with like some old favorites, but like kind of new products from spring 2024 and into the fall, about 6 months. My skin did like a 180. It was crazy. I will credit it to like 3 products, and I will share my routine. I will share my products. Wintertime 2025 came around, like January. My skin was looking great. Most of the like texture right here and specifically like right here was clearing up, but I still struggled a little bit right here. Compared to where I had been like 6 months prior, it was amazing. The products that I used that helped clear my skin was this line from Skin 1004. This is the Madagascar Centella Light Cleansing Oil. I don't know if you guys need a tutorial on this, but there's so many resources out there. I literally learned all of this on TikTok. How to oil cleanse, how to properly do that, how to layer your skincare. It's fantastic. I went in with my oil cleanser and this isn't another tip. Okay, take a like little face towel. It can be like super small, or like I just use hand towels. Put it under the faucet, like super hot water, and then I wring it out and I literally put it on my face and I let it sit there for like maybe like a few seconds, and then I just repeat that process. What that does is it like kind of opens your pores, right? It doesn't open them, but like it kind of loosens all that good stuff. You're gonna dry your face because you need to have a dry face when you do your oil cleanser. I do 3 pumps and then I add more as needed. You're just gonna massage. You're gonna massage in all those areas. It was the craziest thing. My sisters would like go in to shower and then they would come out and I'd still be massaging my face, but it's because I felt all those little oil capsules and like all the sediment come out of my face. It was crazy. You're gonna emulsify, you're gonna wash it off, and then you're gonna go in with a foam cleanser. The reason why I was pulled towards this specific line is because it's really calming. My skin tends to dry out if I use like a salicylic acid like foam cleanser. This area specifically, right here and right here, like it gets so dry if I use that type of stuff because again, I got combo skin. This is like super calming. It does not irritate. I'm pretty sure it's fungal acne safe, but again, use that website. I had a facial cleanser duo that really did it for my skin, that helped get out like, you know, the stuff that was surfacing. But one thing that I really wanted to focus on was restoring my skin barrier because again, it was just so damaged. So surprise, from the same line. This is the Centella Ampule. They have a lot of different lines, but this is like their baseline, I would say. When I tell you this thing is magic, I still use this. It feels so good. I know it probably looks like water and feels like water, but I swear my skin is going through something where if I do like a chemical exfoliant, I go over with this and it makes it not, it's like not as irritating. So I used those 3 and I went back to my old lotion. And then for my acne scars, guys, look, I got like none right now, minus right there. I picked right there.
And you'll just regret it.
Because transparency, skin's never gonna be perfect. I use this bile oil. I've also used rosehip oil in the past, and that also helps with scarring and hyperpigmentation. It's honestly great. I used it for my scars and they cleared up. You can also use vitamin C, but you know, right? We're not getting into that. So being on that specific routine for like 6 months made my skin so clear. So clear. I wish I could just hug myself back then and tell her that, you know, I was gonna have a really big skincare arc. So I hope that was coherent enough and you guys got the full story. So now we're in 2026 and I'm going to show you guys the products that I use to maintain my skin barrier, and also what I use to help prevent breakouts, treat breakouts, and all that other stuff, right? I use this line constantly. I swear I've probably gone through like what, 10 bottles of this. I'm not exaggerating. I use these 2 religiously. I don't ever stray. So after that, before I go in with my ampule, I usually do either like some sort of like toner pad or treatment. So the toner pads that I use, this is the Skin Food Carrot Calming Water Pad. I've gone through like a few of these too, actually. I stock up on these when they're cheap when I can. My nose specifically gets really dry, like right here. This has helped so much in the winter time, and even like if like other patches on my skin get dry, I put this on there and it feels so calming, and it really helps to hydrate. When I was in Korea, I also picked up these Mediheal Tea Tree Toner Pads. It's empty and I haven't had any in a while, but I love it so much that I just keep this so I can buy the refills. This actually helped a lot with general texture. It also really helped with my blackheads. Like, I got a lot of blackheads. When I was using this, you couldn't feel them as much. It was really great. And this is also like really nice for before makeup, or if you just want to calm your face. I love these 2 toner pads. I usually go in with those if my skin needs it. If you're oily, you might like this more, and if you're dry, you'll probably like this more. Best of both worlds, right? That's what I suffer from. And then for like other forms of treatment, I will go in, God, this is my ride or die. This is the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. So this is salicylic acid. And again, I mentioned that with foam cleansers, it really irritates my dry areas, but if I just go in with treatment in specific areas, it actually really helps. This is a chemical exfoliant, so you don't want to use it too often because, again, skin barrier health. This is my golden pairing. Ready? This and this. Because this can be a little strong, if I do this first, right, wash my face, do this on like a cotton pad, and then I go over with this, it just calms it, but it still actively helps exfoliate. It's just a wonderful pairing. This is the lotion that I've been using, and honestly, I think this is my new favorite. I've actually used like all 3 different lines. So they have like a gel one, which is good for like fungal acne or comedogenic acne because it doesn't clog. This one's a little bit heavier, so I actually think I might be using this all year round. This is their really intense hydration ceramide lotion. So there are actually little beads in it, and these help like hydrate your skin. If you have drier skin, this might really work for you. For me, if I put it in my trouble spots, it really helps. But this one, on the other hand, a little more gel-like, blends into your skin so nicely, and a little goes a long way because of like the thin formula. Out of all of their lines, that's my favorite. It's honestly very similar to the CeraVe, so if you're looking for like something kind of adjacent, I would go for this. On top of that, we also have different treatments when it comes to lotion. At least this is what I use. If you have really dry skin, this is the Ultra Repair Cream. I don't have super dry skin, but I do have little patches that really bother me. Like, I have eczema on my pinky. I had like really dry skin here. My nose right here gets really dry. I don't put this anywhere else. I only put it on the really dry spots because if I do, my skin will get clogged and my acne will break out. Another treatment lotion that I like to use is, it's literally this in lotion form. I'm pretty sure it's the 2% BHA like salicylic acid body cream. They call it a body cream, but I use it on my face and it's worked wonders for me. So the last thing I want to put you guys on is Super Melting Sebum Softener by Ilso. It gets rid of your blackheads and your whiteheads. It's actually crazy. It comes with like these little cotton pads. They're super thin. All you have to do is saturate it and then put it on like where you want it to be. I put it on my nose. I do this like maybe once a week. I don't do it too often because it can be a little intense. Leave it on for 15 minutes. You take it off and you can see all of your white and blackheads like surface. It's kind of gross. And then you take like a skin scraper. This is what I use. I wash it. Okay, this is my makeup spatula. It's the perfect shape. And then you just go in and you just like scrape gently. You scrape and it gets all of the gunk off. For the next few days afterwards, your nose is so soft. And as someone who always struggles with blackheads, it's really nice. I have products that help actively fight back on the blackheads, but when I want like a deep dive, that's when I use these. So I've talked a lot. That was my whole journey for how I cleared my skin in a year, which is kind of crazy, guys, but knowledge is power. Go and educate yourselves. There's so much knowledge at your fingertips. I hope you guys enjoyed some of my tips, routines, and my product recommendations. Remember that everyone's skin is different, so always listen to your skin. These are some lessons, right? Stick to what feels right for your skin. If you know that a product might irritate your skin, don't try it. Or if you do like a test patch, okay? Second lesson, do your research, guys. Do your research and like really do your research. If you see a recommendation, like you should look at the reviews first, or like check the ingredients list and make sure it doesn't like clog your pores. See if it's fungal acne safe. See if it might irritate you because it might have fragrance, right? There's a lot out there. Everyone's always telling you like, you need to buy this, you need to do that. And the last lesson, maintain your skin barrier. It's so important. Keep it hydrated, don't over exfoliate chemically or physically. If you guys are still struggling with acne, I promise you it will get better. It will get better. And whether that's with like a professional's help, whether that's through your own research and trial and error, because like I had to go through different products, it will get better. I promise you it will get better. And then you guys can go and share your knowledge just like I am. So if you guys like this type of video, please let me know. Again, I'm so happy to share my knowledge. I'm so happy. I really hope that you guys are walking away with something new, whether that's like a product you want to try, a tip you want to start implementing, or just like something you can refer a friend to. I hope you gain something. So thanks for watching.